So what is a soul plan reading? According to soul plan teachings, your name isn't random. You actually chose it before you were born. Every sound in your name carries a vibration, a unique frequency that reveals your purpose, your challenges, your talents, and ultimately what you came down here to do, your soul's highest potential. This is an example of a soul plan chart. This is your blueprint, the one your soul chose for this lifetime. A soul plan reading is a sacred system that decodes your life purpose using the sound vibration of your birth name. Each letter of your name is translated into Hebrew, God's language. Every sound carries a number, and that number holds a meaning. When you map those numbers into the Star of Creation symbol, it becomes your soul plan chart. It shows what your soul came here to learn, to experience, and to ultimately embody. The soul plan system was originally channeled by Frank Alper, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, in the 1980s, and later developed into its modern form by Blue Marsden of the Holistic Healing College in London. And that's where I was trained as a certified and advanced practitioner, soul plan practitioner. Blue studied under one of the original soul contract teachers and evolved it into the method we know now, the soul plan system. Your soul plan chart is built on a piece of sacred geometry called the Star of Creation, which are two interlocking triangles that represent the meeting of heaven and earth. The upward facing triangle represents your spiritual path, your soul rising towards divine consciousness, intuition, and purpose. The downward facing triangle represents your worldly path. And this is the triangle that we always look at first when we're doing a reading. It represents spirit descending into human form to learn through life, relationships, and life experiences. When those two triangles merge, they form a six-pointed star. The moment heaven meets earth through you. And that's where your purpose activates. Each side of your chart represents your worldly and spiritual challenges, talents and goals, the energies you'll move through the course of your lifetime. People live out their worldly energies first, from childhood into their 30s, and for some into their early 40s. This is the phase of learning through the body, the mind, and with real world experience in this human form. Then as consciousness expands, our spiritual energies start to awaken. And this usually happens with tough life challenges that push us to want to awaken, which can also happen around typically 38 to 42 is when a lot of people awaken, but a lot more souls are coming in more evolved and awake earlier. So it just these tough life experiences that usually are what awaken us. It's usually when our soul starts to whisper and is trying to get us onto our spiritual path, which is that upward facing triangle, which is what our soul ultimately wants us to step into. So by the time you reach your 40s and 50s, you're integrating both and hopefully embodying your soul destiny, the energy you came here to live. When you understand your soul plan, everything in life starts to make sense. The challenges that you faced weren't punishment. They were pathways. They were lessons, guiding you to grow the very strengths that you came here to embody. The relationships that tested you, the career changes, the loss, the confusion, the hard life experiences, all of them were your soul whispering, here's my moment to awaken. Here's my moment to arise. All of them were your soul whispering, here's where you remember who you really are. Here's where your healing begins. Once you can see your chart, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start remembering that I chose this. I chose these lessons. I chose this exact path to become who I'm here to be. My pain has become my portal, the place where my deepest wounds became the doorway to my power. The power of this work is that it turns pain into purpose. You know what your strengths are and your talents. You step in the direction of what your soul chose. By getting a soul plan reading alone, it helps raise your consciousness, helps you create more awareness. Because ultimately, for healing or for understanding our soul purpose, do that if we can't see it. When I had my own soul plan reading, everything finally clicked. I came into this life with a lot of disempowerment and abuse. Experiences that made me question my worth and my power. Why did I choose this? My soul destiny is 9-9. I relate it to the hero's journey or the pathfinder. It's the energy of walking through fire, learning resilience through pain, and then using that strength to one day light the way for others. Through my reading, I realized none of what I had been through was random. Heartbreak, every painful moment was all part of what I was here to go through. It was all part of my design. Painful experiences, they cracked me open so that I could come back to who I truly am. They became the foundation for everything that I'm stepping into now. Learning to use my voice, creating my pink unicorn jungle gym, and working to help others find their own strength and their own purpose. That's why I share this work, to help others see things and see their life from a higher lens, from a whole new perspective, so they can step out of the pain and step into their purpose. And so they can find meaning and rise with clarity and compassion. If you're curious what the sound of your name reveals, or you're just trying to see things from a higher lens and a different perspective, you can order your own soul plan chart. It shows your challenges, talents, and goals, and soul destiny, the map of why you're really here. Or if you'd like to go deeper, and if any of the things I've said resonated, you can book a one-on-one soul plan reading, where I'll walk you through your chart and share intuitive guidance to help you step into your strengths and your soul destiny. You'll find the links below, and if the message spoke to you, please like, subscribe, share it with someone who's ready for a different perspective, to see things from a new lens. Your soul already knows the path. It's written in the sound of your name. In the next video, we'll begin to explore the sacred 22 Hebrew letters that form the foundation of every soul plan. I'm Lindsay Q, and this is Self-Love Warrior Club, where we heal, love, rise, play, and embody. Thank you so much for watching.
Hello.